How much money do pickup artists or pickup coaches, dating coaches, make per year? Now, I don't know how much money a lot of the other dating coaches make, but I'm going to tell you guys how much money I made in 2020, which is the first year that I started coaching. I started coaching in 2020. This channel was created mid to late 2019. The channel's not even 2 years old now, maybe a year and a half. So I'm fresh into the industry, but I'm going to tell you guys what I made the first year and break it down in as much detail as possible and give you a bit of an overview of how I think you'll be able to break it down for other dating coaches or pickup artists or pickup coaches in the industry. But before we kick it off, I'm Dave, and this channel is dedicated to giving you no bullshit, novel dating advice for the modern man. There's my book, top link in the description to get some coaching with me. I need some more of that moolah. And I've got a Telegram group where you get a free coaching session. Join up to that. And Facebook group has all of my infield breakdowns. So how much money did I personally make? Now let's just figure out how much time I spent on this first. I think that's most important. At the end I'll obviously break it down, but you need to understand how much time goes into this. Am I sitting on a resort in a third world country with a laptop overlooking the beach, sipping lattes or some shit like that, drinking cocktails with all of these, third world girls around me? No, I'm in a first world country and trying to coach guys as a pickup coach. So to start with, might as well start with this book. So I started out writing this book. It took me about 2 months to write it. I worked on it minimum 3 to 6 hours per day over the course of 2 months. And when I wasn't writing the book, the rest of the time was me meditating on what the next page is going to be. Now, I'm not a writer. I've never written a book in my life. Very rarely written anything at all. I'm an avid reader, but not a writer. I've never written anything in my life, so it obviously took a lot of time, a lot of focus, and so I had to focus on it 3 to 6 hours per day, and every other waking moment of those days over the course of 2 months was spent thinking, okay, this is what I've written before, what should I put next, and then just constantly meditating over it for 2 months. It took a lot of focus, it took a lot of dedication. You could say that I didn't really do much else other than that for 2 months. I focused on it hardcore. Now then, I had to pay for someone to put the cover together. The funny thing is I actually created that cover on my phone. The formatting, had to pay someone to create the formatting as well. And so it's kind of, I had to figure it all out all by myself. And within 2 months I had it published. So this is also it's a lesson for life too. You want to achieve something, just go out there and do it. Just get it done. You want to write a book, write a damn book, but it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of focus, a lot of dedication, and you're going to have to put off everything else in your life to make that thing happen. I wanted to write a book, and it wasn't about making money. It was more about you guys learning who I am, realizing that after what I've been through, I am now here today, and I'm still here, and I'm still, alive and kicking. That's self-development. So it's like it's like like if I can do it, you can do it type of thing. Now I don't think I've even sold 30 copies of this. The Kindle's, what is it, $6 or $7 or $8 or something like that. So it doesn't make any money. If you look at the time and effort for 2 months, I would have made, I don't know, 100 or 1,000 times more if I spent all of that time washing dishes in some restaurant for $10 an hour cash or something. Okay, so it has literally the return on the amount of time that I put into it has been literally nothing. I created a digital product. I had to figure out how to put it onto a website. It's got like 40 videos and tutorials, and you have to write down what you're doing each day. It's a 30-day challenge. I've got that in the description as well. That took over a month, I would say, to put together and figure out how to put that together. I released it for $30 for a 30-day challenge. I don't know how many. I don't think I even have 10 sales on that. That is really cheap, $1 a day. I've recently bumped it up to, I think, 430 or something like that USD, because you obviously have to make money off these things. But the original guys that are in my group, I let them know. I said, look, you're one of the original guys in the Facebook group or in the Telegram group, so you can always have it for $30. I'll just give you a discount. Just let me know if you want it. But new guys that I don't know and haven't talked to, it's going to be more expensive. I created the Telegram group. The amount of time that I spend on the Telegram group, I answer questions. I'm in there all the time. I'm engaging with the boys in there. On arrival to the Telegram group, I give a free phone call. So once you arrive, you get a coaching call. It's not a 30-minute strategy session where I just sell you a boot camp. It is literally a call. We have a chat. I go through what's going on with you, and I give advice on it. Okay, and it's totally free. I meet all the guys in the group, one guy at a time. I meet them, and I've spent I don't know how many hours in that Telegram group and speaking to guys on the phone. Then on top of that, I started this channel. It's not monetized, by the way. So this channel's not monetized yet. I think you need 1,000 subscribers. I've just hit 600 and something subscribers. You need, I think, 1,000 subscribers or more, and you need a certain amount of views in that month, and then you can monetize the channel. And also the dating industry doesn't, it's not highly, there's not going to be a lot of ads that will want to run on PickUp content. Let's just put it that way. So we'll see how it goes. But a PickUp channel is not really going to make a lot of money through AdSense, through ad revenue anyway. But we'll see how we go. But it hasn't been monetized at all. The channel, midway to the end of 2019, this was when I decided, okay, well, I'm not going to get married. I'm going to go single and just go full red pill, right? And this channel was me just making a few videos for a bunch of guys just for fun in the beginning, and those videos got a few views. And then I thought, okay, well, how about I put a Telegram group in there and try to bring people in and just to make some more wings. That's how this channel evolved. And then it was like, okay, well, I've got some guys coming in from all over the world. I'm meeting guys from all over the world. Maybe if I travel to any of those countries, I'm going to have wings all around the world. And I'm building this little community of guys, which I think that's pretty cool. And then it started to build. And then I ran a boot camp, which I assisted another coach in Sydney. I didn't get paid for that at all. I didn't get paid a single cent, but I worked hard to try and help all the guys on that boot camp, and I learned how a boot camp is run. I've never paid for a boot camp or been on a boot camp in my life. Reason being, I never had to. I'm getting laid anyway. I'm taking things and putting them into action, and I take a lot of action. So that's how I got good at this. I've never coached under any other coach. I never taken any other methodology. This is my own methodology. People talk about having novel ideas. Well, it can't be any more novel than you just having your own way of doing things. I didn't get paid for that. Over the course of 2020, I ran 2 proper boot camps, and there was another guy that came from he failed with an Alex social boot camp, and I said, look, if I'll coach you and I'll put a lot of time and effort into you, if you get laid, if you get a girlfriend, I need the testimonial. So it was like a trade-off, and now we're good friends. You help a guy get laid, you become good buddies. That's just how it works. And so I got a testimonial for my hard work. So it was good payoff, and now we're friends. So it's mutually beneficial for everybody. There was another guy that I was going to do a 12-month transformation. I said totally for free, if I can do this transformation, that'll be good for my channel. There were times I was calling him, I was texting him all the time. I couldn't get through to him half the time. Once he made me wait in the city for 2 hours and then didn't even turn up. And I was like, don't do that to me again. He did it to me a second time. He did it over and over again. I was chasing him up. And I just said, look, you're not paying me for all of this hard work, and so I just can't do this anymore. That's a lesson as well. I can see why a lot of coaches will quit, because they're putting in all this hard work, and if someone's not paying you, they don't appreciate it. And I thought that was a marketing ploy, but it's not. I noticed that the guys that are paying me for the boot camp, dedicated as hell. They want to get things done. They're paying money to get something done, so they're dedicated and they want to get out there and get things done. So but there's also the guy that had the failed boot camp with Alex Social. He was very dedicated, still is very dedicated. So it depends on the person. Some people just, think you have unlimited time and just want to exploit you. So when you look at the amount of time that I've put into it over the course of 2020, there wasn't a day that I didn't think about this PickUp channel, speak to a guy, give advice to a guy totally for free. Those free phone calls to Telegram group, making videos. I think I have at this point 172 videos, which is approximately 1 every 2 days over the course of 12 months. That's a lot of videos. I've also got another, say, 60 videos in the channel now scheduled ahead of time. So there's a lot of hard work that went into this. There's a lot of time, there's a lot of effort, there's a lot of social media, and there's a lot of talking to lots of guys. So it is hard to actually calculate the amount of time and effort I've put into the channel over 2020, but what have I got out of it monetarily? Now this is the juicy bit. I have not over the course of 2020 made, here it comes, drum roll, massive number, I have not made $6,000 in 2020. I have worked, if I worked this hard for a company, I would expect them to pay 100K, 150K with the digital marketing and all the work and all the coaching and all the effort that I've put into it. I have not gone over $6,000 maximum. That's it for the first year. So this is what I would say most guys that end up joining into this industry would have to go through. A lot of hard work with little to no payoff. On top of that, there's a lot of drama out there. I can imagine a guy starting out putting this much time and effort into it, and then he decides, I'm going to cut corners, I'm going to hire a prostitute, I'm going to do something wrong, and then he gets exposed and he loses everything. I've thought about that, not hiring actresses, of course, but I've thought about making sure that I don't cut any corners, because if you put this much time and effort into it, the last thing you need is to do a good old-fashioned Tom Torero fake kiss infield and get totally screwed because of it. So I think keeping yourself as out of any sort of real controversy. People talk shit all the time. Most of the time it doesn't matter. I talk a lot of shit as well, but sometimes it's, you know, me just attacking someone just to fuck with them. But when you look at it, there's a lot of time and effort that goes into it. I can see how there's a lot of coaches that will come in and they'll realize, well, this is not worth my time. And now that I've been in it for 12 months, I've been in it hardcore for 12 months, I can look at a lot of the other coaches and their strategies, and I can come to roundabout approximation. I can make some guesstimates, let's just put it that way, how they are going. And I think a lot of the money would go to the top guys, the big ones at the top that stay in first world countries and do coaching mainly there. I can see that there's a lot of coaches that as soon as they make some money, then they become really lazy. You can actually see it. They're doing things that I can see from my point of view. I can see what's going on now. I can understand the industry in a depth that I never did before, which is very cool, I think, seeing it from the other side for once. But yeah, I think that what I might do is, we'll see. I might do this every year as well, do lay count ratios and things like that, and just talk about all of these things. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think anyone's ever put out a video like this. I don't think so. It's something that I've always wanted to know. When I look at all the coaches out there, I want to know how much money they're making. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes. How much are they charging, and how many people are paying that? How are they going? Myself, there's the good thing about me is it doesn't matter. So even if I don't get any clients for a while, I'll still be making videos. I'll still be pumping it out, and eventually it will take off. So I'm fully aware of the hard work that it will take to actually make a name for myself here. It might take forever, and I'm willing to just plow away for as long as it takes, because there's one thing I do have is a good work ethic. I work hard, so I'm willing to work every single day. So that is something that allows me to do a multitude of other tasks consistently over time, and so this channel probably will continue going as long as, you know, there'll be other platforms as well, Facebook, Telegram, and moving into new ones. I've got a TikTok now, but yeah, I think this would be an interesting video for a lot of guys out there. They might think that I'm making a ton of money. The number's $6,000. I didn't even go over $6,000. Approximately, I don't know, 5,000 something or other. So it's very little so far. We'll see how 2021 pans out. But that's how much I made for 2020. I think there's a lot of guys out there making $250,000. There's a subscription type of deal that a lot of guys have. That's the best way to make money. It's probably the worst way to serve guys. I personally think that one-on-one, so you meet me in person, we get out there and we do some live coaching, live training, live boot camps. That's the only way you're going to get good. There's some digital products and there's some books. This book's not going to get you good with women. This is more of an autobiography. I plan on writing one, maybe some sort of a tutorial type of a book in the future when I have time. But I've realized that it's a hardcore dedication. But if you want to get good at this, and you're in the forums, you're in the groups, you're buying digital products, you're swiping right on Tinder, the only way you're going to get good is get some live training. And if you're not happy with your results, that is, if you're happy with your results, you're happy with getting 5 lays a year or 10 lays a year and they're all trolls, that's fine. But if you want to up your game, you want to lock in a girlfriend, you want to make things happen, the only way is live training coaching, boot camp, and then after that boot camp, ongoing consultation for at least 6 months or more. Another plus side for me, obviously money was not a plus side, that was a negative. The amount of time, the return on the investment is absolutely pathetic. But the guys that I've coached, they're the guys that I want to wing. There's other wings that I know that are good that I want to wing, but I don't want to just meet some guys in groups that don't know what the hell they're doing, and they're arrogant and they think they know everything, but they've been gaming for 2 days, right? I want to be able to coach guys, know that they understand how to game, and then hit places together, like travel together. That's another thing, making wings, and wings can be developed. Like there's guys that I've known for years that were all over the place in the past. This was before I was really coaching, and you could kind of like tweak what they're doing, and then they become awesome wings. And they get results, and they help you out as well. When they get results, their results help you. That's how it works. It's not a zero-sum game. It is what I call compound pussy. I think it's safe to say it towards the end of this video. Compound pussy. I call it compound pussy. Your guy, your mate gets laid. She has friends. She brings the friends. You get a girl. She has friends. You bring those girls. Next thing you know, you have compound pussy. Pussy compounding over time. And it really, most guys don't understand these concepts, and they're not very good at picking up girls, or they see it in a very zero-sum game. They don't see it as you're supposed to work together. It's supposed to be teamwork, and it's supposed to be fun. And so there's a lot. I'm seeing a lot more positives. I'm making friends out there. I'm making wings. All of these things are awesome things. I coach a guy, and it's like, I've got a wing locked in forever, right? So there are other positives. It's not just about money, and I think life experience is what you pay money for in anyway, isn't it? Right? That's what you pay for. Life's not just about building the numbers in the bank account. But yeah, for you guys at home, I didn't even go over $6,000, by the way. So I didn't even make $6,000 in 2020. So there you go. That's my number.